Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we'll discuss some questions for better understanding. Here is question number 1. In a group of 120 pupils, 80 can play the guitar only and 25 can play piano only. Find the number of pupils who can play both instruments if there are 3 pupils who can play neither. What the situation is discussed in this question, 80 pupils out of 120 are the pupils who can play guitar only and 25 can play piano only and 3 are the pupils who can play neither. Over here, the overlapping area between the guitar players and the piano players, we represent it by some variable like x. अब देखिए, sum of all these should be equal to 120. Why? Because this is the situation discussed with us. Out of 120 total number of the pupils. अब जो यूनिवर्सल सेट के अंदर मौजूद हैं उन तमाम को हम ऐड अप करें तो these should result equal to 120. So 80 plus x plus 25 plus 3 equal to 120. Solve it just like linear equation in favor of x. Solving this like an equation, we have found that x is equal to 12. So 12 are the pupils who can play guitar and piano both. This way we have found number of the pupils who can play both instruments equal to 12. Now we watch another question. Question number 3. In question number 3, if number of the members in A union B equal to 44, number of the members in A intersection B equal to 5, and number of members in A equal to 20, find the value of number of members in the set B with the help of Venn diagram. Here for the solution of this question 3, we have prepared Venn diagram where the overlapping area between the sets A and B is representing A intersection B, and the number of members therefore A intersection B is given 5. We have written there. For A we are given that number of members for the set A equal to 20. This is written there. And the number of members in the set B we have to find out. So for the purpose we have represented it by a variable x. And it is given that the total number of the pupils, the number of members means A union B, that is 44. Number of members of A equal to 20 and number of members of A intersection B, यानी ये जो overlapping area है यहाँ पे 5 members हमें given थे. तो अब हम देखेंगे कि सिर्फ members of A, not the members of A intersection B, यानी ये जो moon like area नजर आ रहा है इसके अंदर नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स कितने हैं, ये 5 जो कॉमन आए थे A और B के दरमियान वो इसमें से माइनस करें तो इसमें हमें मिलेंगे 15. सेम वे वी हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट 5 फ्रॉम नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स इन द सेट B, यानी x में से हमें 5 को माइनस करना होगा. अब इन तमाम को हम ऐड अप करें तो ये आता है इक्वल टू 44. उसे फिर हम सॉल्व कर लेंगे. This way we have prepared an equation. Now solve it. प्लस और माइनस का 5 एक दूसरे से कट हो गया. x इक्वल टू 44 माइनस 15, x इक्वल टू 29. So 29 is the number of members of set B. क्योंकि हमने उसे रिप्रेजेंट किया था वेरिएबल x के साथ. This way we have found number of members of the set B, which is 29. Now we discuss another question. Question number 5. What the statement is given here? If number of members in the set A equal to 24, number of members in set B equal to 17, and number of members in the universal set equal to 40. Find the greatest and the least values of the following. Number 1, number of members in set A intersection B, and second part, number of members in A union B. Number of members of A union B attains its greatest value when number of members in A union B is equal to number of members of universal set, which is equal to 40. इधर वेन डायग्राम में मैंने इसे वाजे किया है. देखिए कि A यूनियन B, तो A यूनियन B में A के सारा एरिया, B का सारा एरिया और उनके दरमियान जो कुछ कॉमन है वो सारा एरिया शामिल हो जाएगा, यानी इसमें मौजूद मेंबर्स शामिल होंगे. तो इट अटेन्स इट्स ग्रेटेस्ट वैल्यू व्हेन नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स इन A यूनियन B इज इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स इन द यूनिवर्सल सेट. क्या मुराद है इससे? यानी अगर कोई भी एक मेंबर ऐसा है जो कि ना तो A का मेंबर हो ना B का मेंबर हो, तो उस वक्त क्या कैफियत होगी? उस वक्त फिर A यूनियन B की ग्रेटेस्ट वैल्यू नहीं होगी. वो मेंबर भी नहीं है, B का मेंबर भी नहीं है. इधर फर्ज कर लें कोई एक मेंबर भी ऐसा आ गया जो कि ना तो A का मेंबर है ना B का मेंबर है, तो उस वक्त A यूनियन B की ग्रेटेस्ट वैल्यू नहीं होगी. सो number of members of A union B attains its greatest value when number of members in A union B is equal to number of members in the universal set. In this question, this is 40. Clear? Now about the least value of number of members in A union B. Number of members of A union B attains its least value when B is subset of set A. In this question, ये देखिए अगर B सबसेट होगा A का, तो जो A यूनियन B का आंसर आएगा वो पूरा ये सेट A आ जाएगा. लेकिन अगर इनके दरमियान ओवरलैपिंग एरिया होगा तो फिर क्या होगा? A यूनियन B के नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स बढ़ते चले जाएंगे और फिर जिस वक्त ये दोनों सेट्स ऐसे हों कि इनके दरमियान कुछ भी कॉमन ना हो, तो उस वक्त इसकी ग्रेटेस्ट वैल्यू आ जाएगी. राइट? सो द लीस्ट वैल्यू ऑफ नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स ऑफ A यूनियन B इज इक्वल टू 24. द लीस्ट वैल्यू ऑफ नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स इन A यूनियन B इज इक्वल टू 24. You know 24 is the number of members of set A. Right? Number of A intersection B attains its greatest value when B is subset of set A. So, number of members in A intersection B equal to 17, which is number of the members in the set B. You know, set B के अंदर 17 members हैं और अगर ये A और B ओवरलैपिंग सेट्स होते या डिसजॉइंट सेट्स होते, यानी इनमें कुछ कॉमन ना होता, तो उस वक्त क्या होता? A इंटरसेक्शन B की ग्रेटेस्ट वैल्यू नहीं आ सकती थी, उसकी कम वैल्यूज आती. तो वी आर जस्टिफाइड टू से दैट नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स ऑफ A इंटरसेक्शन B would be the greatest when B is subset of set A. So, number of members कौन से वाले? The greatest value of A intersection B is equal to 17, which is equal to number of members in the set B. Number of the members of A intersection B attains its least value when difference between number of the members of A plus number of members of the set B and number of the members of the universal set is the least possible. And you know, in this question, the least possible value of number of members of A intersection B is equal to sum of the members of A and B minus number of members of the universal set, which comes 1, as 24 plus 17 and 40 is the number of members of the universal set. अब ये difference हमारे पास आता है 1. So the least value of A intersection B, number of members of A intersection B, is equal to 1 in this question.